It just happened. Arsenal signed star who rejected Real Madrid. And more, £40 million player now expected in England, with Arsenal and Liverpool battling fiercely for his signature. All this and more you can check out now with the top Arsenal news directly from Emirates Stadium, so make sure to like the video and check your subscription so you don't miss any updates. And without further ado, let's get started. Arsenal have set their sights on Dinamo Zagreb's talented midfielder Martin Baturina, and TBR Football has the exclusive scoop. As Andrea Berta looks to strengthen the squad this summer, it's not just a striker he's after. Arsenal are also targeting a left winger and a central midfielder to bolster the team. While the Gunners are keen on landing Martin Zubimendi from Real Sociedad, they're fully aware that Real Madrid's interest in the Spanish midfielder could throw a spanner in the works. But don't forget, Arsenal are also keeping an eye on other options. One of those is Sverre Nypen from Rosenborg, another midfielder who's highly regarded at the Emirates. However, while they're weighing up their options for the months ahead, Arsenal can't ignore the talent of 22-year-old Baturina, who's been impressing in Croatia. Could he be the next midfielder to join the ranks? We'll see. TBR Football's chief correspondent Graham Bailey has some exclusive news. Arsenal's scouts have been keeping a close eye on Martin Baturina, recently watching him in action during the Nations League doubleheader against France. Even though Baturina is still playing his club football in Croatia, he's already earned 11 caps for his national team. Not to mention, he scored his first goal for Croatia in the iconic red and white jersey. Alongside his teammate Petar Sušić, Baturina is considered one of the brightest young talents in Croatian football. Sušić, a more defensive-minded midfielder, has already sealed a move to Inter Milan, but Baturina is seen as the creative spark, best known as a number 10. On his best days, he's been described as incredible. Given his style and talent, Baturina's been compared to Luka Modric, the Real Madrid legend, who, by the way, was left stunned by Arsenal's performance in their Champions League quarter-final first leg. It's not just Arsenal keeping tabs on him. Over the past year, top clubs like Chelsea, Manchester City, and Manchester United have all been keeping a close eye on Baturina's progress. And while reports suggest he turned down Real Madrid in 2024, sources are now saying the 22-year-old is ready to leave Croatia this summer. Could Arsenal be the ones to make that move? Let's wait and see. Out of his 37 appearances for Dinamo Zagreb this season, Martin Baturina has played 8 in the Champions League, scoring 2 goals along the way. And get this, before Bayern Munich faced Dinamo last September, legendary goalkeeper Manuel Neuer actually singled out Baturina as a key threat. At Bayern's press conference, Neuer said, "We know their strengths and weaknesses. It's always helpful to play quickly and be in the right positions. We know that number 10, Martin Baturina, is a strong player, and Bruno Petkovic in attack also brings power. It's clear Baturina is a top talent, an exciting young player who looks ready to take the next big step in his career." While it's still up in the air whether any Premier League club will swoop in to sign him directly from Croatia, it wouldn't be surprising if someone like Arsenal made a move. Who knows, they might be looking to replicate Tottenham's success with Luka Modric from years ago. Could Baturina be the next big Croatian talent to light up the Premier League? Time will tell. £40 million player is now expected to move to England, with Liverpool and Arsenal both keen on signing him. TBR Football has learned that Ajax defender Jorel Hato is set to make a move to the Premier League this summer, with both Arsenal and Liverpool showing serious interest in him. Hato is one of the hottest young talents in world football right now, and it looks like several top Premier League clubs are lining up to secure his signature when the transfer window opens. Arsenal haven't lost interest in Hato, even after bringing in Ricardo Calafiori and seeing Miles Lewis-Skelly impress at left back. The Gunners are still very much keeping an eye on the Dutch defender. Meanwhile, Liverpool aren't sitting back either. They've had scouts watching Hato throughout the season, and it looks like the two clubs could be in for a fierce battle over his signature this summer. Could Hato be the next player to light up the Premier League? Arsenal definitely want to make sure they're in the race. Arsenal and Liverpool target Jorel Hato, expected to move to England. This season, Jorel Hato has made the switch to left back after spending most of last year playing in central defense. And despite being just 19 years old, he's already racked up 105 appearances for Ajax, showcasing his impressive versatility in moving between center back and left back. Liverpool have been on the hunt for a left-footed defender, and Hato could be the perfect solution, providing cover in both central defense and at left back. With his talent and adaptability, it's no wonder top clubs are keeping such a close eye on him. Will Arsenal make their move? Arsenal fans have a clear message for Andrea Berta after watching Nico Williams' performance versus Rangers. Arsenal fans have been buzzing after watching their key summer transfer target Nico Williams in action against Rangers, as Athletic Bilbao were held to a frustrating 0-0 draw in Glasgow. Bilbao will definitely be kicking themselves for not making the most of the opportunity, especially considering Rangers were down to 10 men from the 13th minute. With 71% possession and 19 attempts on goal, Bilbao should have had more to show for their dominance, but their attack looked pretty lackluster, failing to seriously test Rangers keeper Liam Kelly. Williams played a central role in their attack, but after that performance, some Gunners fans are starting to wonder if he's really worth the investment. Should Arsenal still pull the trigger on signing him this summer? It's a tough one for sure. Arsenal fans were far from impressed with Nico Williams' performance against Rangers, as the young Spaniard failed to pose much of a threat to the Scottish side. Despite going up against a Rangers team who were down to 10 men after Robin Propper's early red card, Williams and his teammates couldn't take advantage of the situation. Arsenal have been heavily linked with a move for Williams, with Mikel Arteta reportedly making the 22-year-old one of his main targets for the summer. New sporting director Andrea Berta is said to have already had talks with Williams about the possibility of a move to the Emirates. But after that lackluster showing at Ibrox, Arsenal fans took to X, formerly Twitter, to voice their concerns. Many are now questioning whether Williams is really the right choice for the Gunners this summer. Should Arsenal still push ahead with this move? The jury's still out. One fan wrote, "Have to say, don't get the hype around Nico Williams. Sitting watching this Rangers game, definitely wouldn't be happy if Arsenal go and pay over the odds for this lad in the summer. Absolutely no better than Martinelli." Was Nico Williams really that underwhelming against Rangers? It was a frustrating night for Nico Williams, who struggled to make an impact on the game. He lost possession a whopping 19 times, the second highest of the match, and failed to show much promise going forward. The Spaniard also managed to complete just 3 of his 7 dribble attempts and only won 3 duels out of 11, given that Arsenal would need to shell out £50 million to sign Williams. Along with his hefty £250,000 per week wage demands, fans are starting to question if he's really worth it after his disappointing performance in Glasgow. Is he the right man for the job, or should the Gunners look elsewhere? Dries Mertens says £50 million striker wanted by Arsenal is one of the top 3 strikers in the world. Arsenal have a big summer ahead of them as Mikel Arteta looks to strengthen his ranks further. The Gunners have had a solid season so far and are heavy favorites to qualify for the Champions League semi-finals after beating Real Madrid 3-0 in their quarter-final first leg. However, Arsenal are 9 points behind Liverpool in the Premier League title race and are out of both domestic cups. With that in mind, Arteta will no doubt want more strength and depth to challenge on multiple fronts, and a new striker is high up on Arsenal's summer wish list. Now, Belgium international Dries Mertens has spoken highly of a striker on Arsenal's transfer wish list, deeming him one of the top 3 strikers in the world. The player in question is Victor Osimhen, who has been enjoying a sensational season on loan at Galatasaray. TBR Football chief correspondent Graham Bailey recently confirmed that Andrea Berta's Arsenal scouts are seriously impressed by Osimhen. Mertens is the latest guest on Mikel John Obi's The Obi-Wan podcast, and he was asked about Osimhen. The Belgian, who played with Osimhen at Napoli alongside being his teammate at Galatasaray, could not sing the £50 million man's praises highly enough. He's a fantastic player, he's a top striker, and I think in this moment you have many strikers like him around, said Mertens. I think Lewandowski is getting older, Benzema is not here anymore, and I think Victor is one of the top 3 strikers in the world in this moment. We are lucky that he's playing with us, and yeah, he's a fantastic person, and I really like him, and we have good contact, and that's why I was so glad that he's coming here. I know what he can do for a team, and I know what he can achieve, so I'm lucky that he's playing with us. What Victor Osimhen could bring to Arsenal besides goals. Osimhen has been lighting up the highest levels for a number of years now, and Arsenal would be getting themselves a prolific goal scorer who looks like he could shine in the Premier League. However, Mertens went on to explain why Osimhen is much more than just being a goal machine, saying his drive is immense and his style of play also benefits other players. I think he can still achieve a lot more, continued Mertens. If he expects from himself more, the hunger to score every minute and not every game but every 10 minutes. Like after 1, you have to go for 2. But you know what he does also? He makes a lot of space for other players because the runs that he makes, he opens a lot for other players. So he makes it more easy for me or for players around him. So that's also something. Well folks, those were the main news for today. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated on everything happening with our beloved team, you know what to do. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for joining us, and until the next video.